Welcome to another World Wine Review. Today we're going to be looking at a Moscato from Barefoot Winery in California. But before we proceed, I just want to go over some housekeeping news. Basically, this episode is going to be a transition to a new format. The new format is going to be longer and more detailed and have a little higher production value, I hope. In the meantime, the format of this particular program will be three parts. The first one will be a description of the wine and the winery with a little bit of history. The second part will be an evaluation based on the WSCT Level 3 method. And the third part will be a evaluation in my own words with a score attached to it. So let's proceed. Technically, the winery started in 1965 by a Davis Bynum. Basically, he created something called Bynum Burgundy in his garage back at that time. The winery didn't really go anywhere for a number of years. It was taken over in 1986 by a Michael Houlihan and Barney Harvey. They decided to expand the winery and try to make a more commercial production of it. Basically, they decided that they would market it as wines that you didn't take too seriously, and thus Barefoot Cellars came into effect. The wine sells for $9.95 at the LCBO, which is the Government of Ontario monopoly outlet. It won an award at the 2011 Consumer Wine Awards in Lodi, California, which is run by Tim Hunai. I'll get into that in the third segment of this program. Now let's go to the evaluation of the wine. Okay, let's pour some and see what we got here. When we take a look at the color here, it's clear, and it seems to be a pale gold color. And now let's take a sniff. Well, I don't get too much. Only thing I get is an extremely light stone fruit aroma, but only for a moment. So there's not much there as far as nose is concerned. Let's take a taste. Okay, well, I find it sweet to luscious as far as sweetness is concerned. There's low to medium acidity, obviously no tannin. The alcohol is low to medium, pushing towards the medium. The taste has components of stone fruit, I would say medium plus in intensity, consisting of peach and apricot. There's some tropical mango, but what I'm really noticing is a background of honey throughout the taste. The finish is not quite long, but it's more than medium, so it's medium plus, I would say. This wine will not age anymore. I mean, you could want to store it. It'll probably hold for a while, but it won't improve with age. I would rate this wine good to very good. It is inexpensive, but it is very good for the money. Okay, let me get back to the Consumer Wine Awards in Lodi, California. Basically, it was started by Master of Wine Tim Hunai in 2008. The crux of it is that consumers are the tasters rather than professionals of the wine industry. The theory behind it is that they are not, quote, corrupted by industry norms and can give a fresh perspective on how wines are evaluated. The goal is to provide wineries an opportunity to showcase their wines with other wines from around the world to independent, sophisticated wine consumers, selected based on criteria developed by Diversity Wine Awards to determine wine preferences on personal, psychological, and physiological traits, who will evaluate all wines and offer direct feedback and recommendation to other consumers who share similar affinities and passions. That was taken directly from the website. Basically, consumers evaluating, recommending wines they like to other consumers that are just like them. Judges are selected and categorized based on their phenotype and their favorite varietal. They are assigned a varietal which they are aware of and are instructed to blind evaluate each wine like an average consumer would. Spitting is mandatory and each wine is numbered. A score of 0 to 7 is given, with 0 being the least favorite, after 4 minutes. 30 wines are examined. After that, there is a gathering so that all the judges can see what they scored, and sometimes the results can be quite surprising. The wine is hit over the head suitable for hardcore sweet tasters. It's very easy to drink for these phenotypes, and it's quite logical to have it rated a winner at the Consumer Wine Awards. However, my score is going to be a little bit lower since I'm going to be attempting the WSET Level 3 certification. I'm going to have to use my cognitive phenotype, which is sensitive, so I can give them descriptors they'll be looking for on their exam. But use the wine for any or all courses for dinner. My score is going to be 89. The Monday to Thursday score is 94. So that's it for this edition. The next episode will have some changes to correspond with my studies and will hopefully be better. Until then, take care.